Good morning. It is Saturday, June 8th. It's about 6:30. I'm awake now, starting to think about getting up. I'm going to try to be on trail by 7:30 or 8. I've got 7.5 miles today that I'm going to hike. That'll put me in at the right at the edge of Boiling Springs, where there's a backpacker camp spot. My options for this area are very limited. I can either do 7.5 or 22. So yeah, clearly not gonna do 22. I wanted to talk to you briefly about my obvious. So this orange bag right here that I'm sleeping in is my Reactor Sea to Summit sleeping bag liner, and this is a fuzzy twin-sized blanket that I got at Walmart for $11, and that's gonna be my summer bag. It was pretty chilly last night. It got a little damp, but I was warm, so I'm happy with that. I sent back my sleeping bag, my winter sleeping bag, and I sent my mom my winter sleeping bag, my gloves, my wool leggings. So my back is down 5 pounds, which is fantastic. So yeah, at some point I'll go through my summer loadout, but it's not much. I've got the Reactor liner, this fuzzy blanket. The dimensions on the fuzzy blanket are 6 feet long by 5 feet wide, or thereabouts. I'm not sure. It's twin blanket size. So it kept me warm last night, and that's started hiking. Pretty slow start this morning. I know I said I was going to be up by 7:30 or something, but it's 9:15 and I'm just starting out, so not the fastest start ever, and my feet are feeling really sore. So probably anyway, it's only 7.5 miles to the backpacking campsite. I'll probably get there mid-afternoon or something, and of course I could push on, but that's an area that you're not allowed to camp in, so it's either 7 miles or 22, so it's not really an option. Oh well. Hopefully my feet start working. Feels like I'm walking on. Oh, it's painful. Let's put it that way. My feet hurt. I probably should have stretched some more before I got moving, but it's already later than I wanted, so whatever. Walking will stretch me. Yeah. And I don't have any ibuprofen, so that's going forward. Annoying. Straight up this. I mean, technically it's a switchback, so that's great, but it's a bit rocky. I don't know if you can tell, but way up there at the top is a tree with a white blaze on it. I can't even see it on the camera. Somewhere up there is a white blaze. Massive granite outcroppings up here on top of Rocky Ridge. That's what it's called in Far Out anyway. Trail's not too technically difficult. It's not like a rock scramble or a nightmare rock scramble or anything. It's just wandering around through these big granite outcroppings. It might get worse, but right now it's just a decent trail. The complaints in Far Out were a bit misleading. And it was a steep up. Took me a lot longer than it should have to get up here because it was how steep it was. But you know, now that I'm up here, it's not so bad. Let's see. Ooh, this looks technical. Oh no, not even. It's not too bad. It's a bit of a squeeze. I should be able to get through. 3 o'clock and I've only come a couple miles. Trail's been really rough today, but I'm pushing forward. Between the trail being really rough and it being hot out here, it's probably in the mid 70s, maybe 78. I'm not sure. It's hard to estimate, and I'm not taking my pack off to look at the little thermometer I picked up. Yeah, funny story. I picked up a thermometer after it stopped being cold. Hiker dumped it in a hiker box and I pulled it. It weighs a couple grams. I'm not worried about the weight. But man, I'm sweating like a dog. Whew. I do have to apologize that I've been behind on the videos. When I get to town, I just want to kind of like veg. So I haven't been editing, which means I haven't been able to upload. But I'm going to try. I was looking at Boiling Springs. There is a public pool that you can pay a small fee to get access to for a day. And it's supposed to be in the 80s tomorrow. So I'm thinking what I might do is go into town early. 5:04. I've got 0.2 to the top of the last climb I have today. And then it's either all downhill or flat till I get to the backpackers campsite, but I still got 2.5 miles to go. I've only done 5 miles today. That's crazy. I'm exhausted and utterly exhausted. But I've only done 5 miles today. That's crazy. Whew. I was tempted to stay at the shelter. I bought a 0.8 back, but as is often the refrain of my videos, I am low on food. I have a packet of ramen and some peanut butter. Alright, I gotta put my phone away and do this last point whatever it is up to the top. Made it to Center Point Knob. As you can clearly see, there's nothing on the slab telling you about why it's so special that they put a thing up here. It just is what it is. But alright. Alright, 2.5 miles to go to make it to the backpacking campsite. I've now come 5 miles, but it was a rocky, rough 5 miles. I've got 2.5 left to go, and then I'm going to have to figure out what I'm doing for water source, because there's no water at the backpackers campsite. Welcome to the Cumberland Valley. Next 17 miles are maintained by Cumberland Valley Appalachian Trail Club. Also, you're not supposed to camp in the Cumberland Valley, because a lot of the trail goes through farmers' fields, pastures, and close to town houses and roads. So there is camping only at one site, and that is the campground where I'm going to tonight. Good morning, everybody. I had a pretty restful night's sleep. Yep, restful night's sleep for sure. But hey, if you can sleep through this, you can sleep through anything. So I suppose it's not that bad. Sunday, June 9th. That was the local train going past. We had about 5 or 6 of those over the course of the night. I slept up pretty good other than that. So I'm packing up, gonna walk into town, find some breakfast, find some place where I can do some editing and upload some videos. Not sure if I'm gonna hike out today or wait till tomorrow. If I sleep here, I've got to sleep next to this noisy train. Ooh, holy crap, there's a lot of flies up there. So I just noticed yesterday that I've got a hole in my tent rain fly. I'm going to need to find a patch for. Do you now? I don't know if it'll show up, but yeah, right there next to all those bugs, you can see 2 tiny holes. I'm not sure how that happened, but I'm going to have to find some patch material, hopefully, before the next time it rains. This is the path leaving the backpackers campsite area. It's surrounded by cornfields. I believe that this is land owned by the ATC and leased to farmers, but it might be the other way around. It might be farmland that is just, I'm not sure. What matters is, I'll be in town shortly, and I'll be able to get some good food and resupply, and then I'll... Right there in the middle of the trail. Hate to disturb him, but I'm hungry. So he's getting himself disturbed. This is pretty. The iron industry in Boiling Springs. The establishment of car-style ironworks in Boiling Springs around 1760 marks the beginning of industrial development of Cumberland Valley. The ironworks complex consists of a number of buildings and structures that include charcoal furnace, 1762, a forge, a grist mill, iron mason, stables, 3 barns, tenant houses, coal houses, carpenter, and blacksmith shops. The ironworks was located at this site because of its proximity to natural resources needed for iron production. Iron ore from South Mountain, timber for making charcoal, limestone from Ironstone Ridge, water power for the furnace and forge was provided by damming the Boiling Springs. Products produced at the furnace include cast items such as pots, kettles, skillets, stoves, chimney backs, pig iron. At the end by forged pig iron was reheated to shaped into finished iron goods. Alright, let's find our way into town and get some food on. So, in Boiling Springs, this is the spring that gives the town its name. It's called the Bubble. And apparently, thousands of gallons of water bubble out of the ground right here every day. Just coming straight up out of the ground. Sometimes hikers will sit down. It's really hot. They'll sit down on this rock and stick their feet in there. But it's not that hot right now. I'm actually put on my sweatshirt because it was a little chilly. So I just pulled my sweatshirt out and put it on. Sweatshirt, sweater, I don't know what you would call this thing. But I pulled it I put on my sweatshirt and sat here on this beautiful, doing some video editing. That brown building right over there, that's an outfitter, so I'm going to go over there in a minute, see if they have patch material for my tent. And I'm also going to see if I can pick up a pair of 30-year-old gators, because I've been getting shit in my some pebbles and crap in my shoes when I'm hiking, and that's really, really annoying, having to take off your shoes a couple times a day and dump them out. So I'm going to try to see if I can't pick up any gators. If I can't get them here, I'm sure I can get them in Duncannon, and I'll be in Duncannon in a couple days. So anyway, I'm going to finish editing this video. Hopefully I can find some place to upload it. I tried uploading directly through the Wi-Fi, but it doesn't seem to be going.